What's up, guys and gals? You're back in time for a blood moon, and this is gonna suck. It's Kingdom New Lands. Although, judging from the fact we haven't seen any action on this side just yet, I'm pretty sure we're about to get hit. You see this little guy running? He's trying to get to the bakery. I gotta stop him from doing that here. You guys get some, like, arrows and stuff. And I don't even know if there's people on the right-hand side of the map. I think all of our camps spawned on the left-hand side of the map on this one. Yeah, it looks like we're getting hit on the good. We got hit on the side that was actually actively defended and ready for a raid, I think. Now that that's done and over with, hopefully there's not any stragglers because I'm going to upgrade this wall. I'm terrified for my life right now. I need this to happen. Go ahead and put in a bigger, better wall over there. Ooh, good. 3 coins. Thank you. I appreciate your contribution to us not dying. See, it's easy to give up what you have when you have, like, a persistent threat that's just waiting to kill you. People will give up anything for security. It's human nature. They probably shouldn't, but they do. Now, this means that we're going to have lots of peasants and immigrants and people sprinting in from the left-hand side of the map to try to get themselves fed on our delicious bread. Left-hand side of the map, not a profitable side of the map as far as money goes. But as far as, like, are you guys going to shoot that deer? See, they never double shoot the deer. That's the problem. They got to double shoot the deer. I'm going to run this deer down and see if I can get him to flip around. But he looks a little faster than me. Yeah, he's a little bit speedier than I'd like him to be. That sucks, but, like, we'll ride it on through him. Maybe he'll turn around at some point. If you can herd deer a little bit, but the deer move randomly in a direction when you get too close. And so if they move randomly in the wrong direction, you're not going to be able to herd that deer, I guess would be the culmination of what I'm trying to say here. See, they move randomly. So if they go to the right, that's a good thing. If they go to the left, that's a bad thing. We want them to go to the right. Ooh, he went to the right twice. 50-50. It's going in our favor right now. See, but you idiots had to shoot him first. You got to wait, and then you got to get people massed up. So there's like 4 archers over here. They all blap him at the exact same time. They're like, brap, brap. And then they make that deer's ass drop and make it pop. Turn it into slop. Yeah. Hit him hard with the Glock. We got bread over on that side. I don't see any people coming through. Let's get a new archer. I think that's our best plan for right now. Right-hand side of the map, earning all kinds of money right now. I'm going to drop a coin on him. Oh, there is a camp on the right-hand side of the map. Otherwise, we wouldn't have an immigrant coming through from right there. Well, that's good. That's a nice thing to know. Maybe we should go over to this side and we should upgrade that wall before horrible things happen to us. Then, after we do that, we're going to focus really heavily on capitals. We're going to try and get as many as we can. I got dudes walking. No, do not. Aw, damn it. I don't want the baker right now. The baker is not my friend. I don't want him. He's kind of, I don't know. He's, you know, his conversational topics, little boring. They don't tend to hold the attention very well. This guy right here, you can come live with me too. And this makes it, my favorite part about this is that I have to make those long-ass midnight rides in the middle of nowhere, risking my life in order to get peasants. I hate doing that. It's my least favorite factor of the game is how far I have to ride just to get new manpower. That is why I think the bakery is my #1 upgrade in the entire game. I think it's perfect. I love the bakery. I will never turn it down. And considering the fact that we got people coming in from the right-hand side of the map too, that's good. I didn't think there was any camps on the right-hand side, so I guess I was wrong in that little omission that I gave you in the first. It's not an omission. It was kind of like a plea based on ignorance, I guess. I just didn't know. Let's go to the right-hand side of the map and see what we can get from our hunters. I hope that on the left-hand side they hold perfectly fine. We got him right there. He picked up one of our breads, which is saddening and maddening and definitely not gladdening to call back to earlier episode references. But you guys got anything for me? Yeah, there we go. Fill that wallet up. I'm trying to be rich by day 20. I'm trying to keep it clapping by... Oh, yes. Money, money, money. Money. Money, 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 money. Good stuff. We're not going to have a harvest come in for a little while. That's a little bit weak and lame. But we can think about setting up a new farm. Let me get the left-hand side and the catapults up and running, though, first. I'm trying to fit to my priorities right now. And how'd you guys do? You guys got nothing? We got a new guy over here, though. Welcome to the city, G. I'm going to get a new hammer guy, too, so that we can have a few more people working on stuff they need to be... No, I don't want you. I wanted a hammer. I just wasted a coin. Doop, doodle, doop. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Beep, ba-doop. I just wasted a coin. Boop, ba-doodle, doop. Can I do both catapults right now? Can I afford that? I was going to say, I'm feeling pretty baller and rich right now. So I'm pretty sure I can afford both. You get yourself all kitted up in the colors of our people And then as soon as that's done, we'll start working on a wall right here. We physically can't expand out to the left because that's one of our little recruitment areas. Downside to having a recruitment camp close is that in the mid-game, that tends to kind of hurt you. Whereas if you have it far away, it hurts you in the early game, and it's a little bit easier in the later game once you've got bakers and stuff like that. We are going to use up a hammer guy over here because you have to have somebody that mans the catapults at all times. So I'm going to get a couple extra hammer guys. Then we're going to max out on bows if we can so that everybody knows what their job's supposed to be before we go any further. Looks like one of the peasants coming into town had his way with some of the bread. That sucks, but both of our walls are really well defended for this point in the game right now. From here on out with the cash flow that we have, my recommendation would be upgrade the central city and then focus on the boat. If we can get the boat up to its final tier before we go any further, that'd be great. It would make me very happy. We have no money over here. So let's go check the right-hand side. Yeah, it's going to take him a hot minute to push that catapult all the way out to the eastern front. That guy's coming on in. He's going to steal some of our bread, you bread thief. You bread-stealing bastard. Over here, we can get another farm going, which I think is a tempting prospect. Depends how much money I can get together. Those farms are going to be relatively worthless once winter gets here. But, there's a little bit more. Yep, there's a little bit more right there, too. What you got for me? A little bit more as well. That's not a lot for the wallet, but it is something. It is a little bit of something. These guys are going to stay out here and farm a little bit longer, too. I'm going to take this coin back to the center of the village, and I think we're going to upgrade our... Ooh, we just got an influx of cash from right there, too. Let me focus on recruitment for a minute. I'm going to try and get some of these peasants over here that are just hanging out around the bread line. And let's stick to the course. I'm going to upgrade the city first. And so in we go right here. Before he gets to the bread, I'm going to go like that. Now, this is going to give us access to knights, which is great. I need to find the side. I think the right-hand side is where there is not a... So I'm going to have to run myself all the way to the end of the map in the next little bit. And in so doing, we'll figure out you get paid right there. Yep, welcome to the colony. I think we've got enough stuff sitting around to where he should be able to either get himself a weapon or something else useful. You guys get anything over here? Sometimes they get something. Every now and again, they get lucky on a deer. Not very often, but they try. And so you can see here why having fresh baked, if you've ever made fresh baked bread before from scratch, where you actually you get the flour and you get the milk and everything else. I had to do that for one of my Boy Scouts things. I had to make a loaf of bread or something like that from scratch under the tutelage of a lady, the Finnish lady, actually. I told you guys before how I grew up with Finnish people. My family made friends through the local baseball league with a Finnish family, and I grew up with them. Like, we went over to their house for New Year's and, for crawdad fries and all that kind of stuff. We had every single year, we had a crawfish bake, which was super rad and fun. If you've never been to a crawfish bake, I highly recommend it. A little bit of Cajun culture in your life. And so, essentially... my friend's dad was Finnish, and his mom was from Louisiana. She was Cajun, and so they had an odd mixture of Cajun and Finnish at their house, which was pretty cool. But one thing I can tell you is that if a Finnish person ever looks worried, you should be super worried, because Finnish people are the most hardcore people I've ever met in my life. There ain't nothing like, you have a Finnish person, they'd be like minus 30, and they'd be like shirtless, standing with their pants up to waist deep, freezing water, throwing a lure out in the water, fishing. It's hard to knock down a Finnish person. They are resilient in ways that I don't even understand to the heat and the cold of the world. Apparently, a bazillion years of Russians trying to take your stuff makes you super hardcore. Hey, what's up, buddy? You want to be one of my people? Welcome on in. Don't steal any of my bread. That bread is for display only. It's not for eating. If I find that you've licked the crust in any way, I will be very upset with you, and I will probably disown you as a human being. I needed to find out. I don't recall which side the death portal was on, and so that's what we're focusing on right now, is just doing a little bit of reconnaissance. They'll stack up money back at base anyways. It's not that big of a deal. Horsey, eat some more food, because I hate being stranded out here with a limp-ass horse that can't run. It's a terrible feeling, and I don't like it. Luckily, our wallet is full, so we don't have to worry too much. There's a lot of portals this way. I'm thinking that the death portal is in this direction. That's just my synopsis of the current situation. Stop picking up coins that don't belong to you, man. I will recruit you while I'm out here, but I don't really need you. That's the knight's hovel right there that I think I uncovered before we started the episode. Okay, so our death march is to the left. That means we want all of our knights on the right-hand side so they can start clearing portals that are on the right-hand side. That also means that we want to start pushing to the right as hard as we can by expanding our walls out and just keeping it going. Do they have a giant turkey leg right there in front of their fire? Man, living the dream. Giant turkey legs the size of a horse. It's a horsey leg. They eat horse in this neck of the woods. Don't judge them. For us, it's a beast to bear our king around. For them, it's a lovely source of sustenance. Those guys are probably never going to make it back to base. I don't want to be negative about this whole thing, but I doubt they're going to make it. It's just the way that the cookie crumbles when you play this game, and you've got camps that are in really far extended out areas. So don't panic too much. We're going to push to the right-hand side now, though, and I think I am. I'm going to get some more farming going, and then after I get the farming going, we're going to focus on... Oh, that sucks. That sucks hard. Go away, bad guys. I don't want to deal with you right now. My horse, though, his vittles are all nice and recharged, so I'm not terrified about what's going on. I'm hoping we can get there without having to recharge the horse again. We got to throw him on the charger. You don't want to know where the USB plugs into. It's unpleasant for us. It's unpleasant for the horse. Ain't nobody want to chip plug that charger in. That's a rough charge. You might get a little bit of the old... He's going to be a little upset. It's just for a second, though. They charge fast. It's getting the charger in first that's going to cause a problem. You might want to stand slightly to the side when you try to do that, just in case. These guys, yeah, you guys try to make it back to town, I guess. I don't know if I ran out of bread or what happened over here, but they're not sprinting to town like they normally do. You guys catch anything? Oh, they got deer. 2 deer. You guys had a productive day by comparison to your normal day that you spend lackadaisically laying around not doing anything. And then we've got you guys right here. I'm going to have to dump some coins into the slot right there. And then, of course, we'll get a few more bows on that side so that the walls will get reinforced. And we can say that we actually did something today. When they look at the balance sheet, they will say, Splattercat, you did a productive day's worth of work. You guys got any money for me? Yes, you do. Hell yeah. You guys got any money for me over here? I know you do. Don't hold out. Yeah. There it is. That's like when you win that coin game at Chuck E. Cheese's where it's got the little light. And if you can time it right and it gets right inside the little area, you get that massive payout. Yup. That's what that felt like to me right there. That was the feel. That was the feels for reals. Can you deals? I'm going to put a wall right here just to give the farm a little bit more space. And we're going to focus on this and we're going to upgrade it super hardcore. The other half is that I want to get more farmers up and running before winter gets here so that I can have a great supply of people willing to do lots and lots of things for me. I'm going to keep putting this wall in right here. You guys go out and farm bunnies for the day. That's how I expect you to spend your afternoons. Then what we'll do is we'll go back, we'll buy a whole bunch of scythes for all the new guys that came in, and that will give me more money than I know how to spend. That will be a ton of coin for us to move to the next map with. In general, if you are playing the game with continuity and you're trying to go from map 1 to map 2 to map 3 to map 4, you should always go in with a full wallet, full knights, full archers, so that you can start the next map off with a nice little boon to make you a tiny bit safer. However, you will still be also bring the baker with you. If you don't bring the baker with you, you're going to regret your life decisions and it's going to suck. So make sure you always bring the baker back with you because that'll allow you to collect people that on the later maps, the recruitment areas tend to be really far away and getting to them becomes a massive ordeal. It's just a pain in the ass and you don't want to deal with that. Getting recruits on the later maps is absolutely the thing that's going to kill you in the long run. So be careful about it. You guys all have coins for me. I know it. You guys are holding out. You better fill that wallet back up. Yup, there's another little dude right there. We'll go ahead and recruit him before he gets to our bread line. Speaking of which, I'm going to go back in and check on the bread line to make sure that that works out okay. And then we are going to get you upgraded so we can make even more monies. And after we've got our economy solidified, that's when we're going to start building the boat at breakneck pace. It's going to be going to the right, not to the left, so don't panic too much about that. We're out of bread on this side, which is weak beyond all belief, so let's refill that. These guys over here, you are all going to be farmers. This is going to be expensive, but it's going to be worth it. So there's 3 farmers right there. I don't know if we'll have room for the 4th. Everybody else should be on defensive detail, though. So don't get so defensive about it. Just take the bow and go. Don't get so defensive about it. With the catapults and our current range of archers, I think we should be all right. The next thing we want to do, obviously, is upgrade... We definitely want to upgrade this left-hand wall because it's going to have to hold. I may give them a couple of knights just in case it falls because this puts us really, really close to, like, dying. But the good news is the wall that's going to be getting hit the hardest is nowhere near our economic base. That's a thing you really want to take into account. If all of your farms are on the side that the enemy is coming from on blood moons and whatnot, you want to like double defend that. Put ballistas on it. Do all kinds of crazy stuff, assuming RNG favored you and you ended up with ballistas. That's the other half, is that sometimes you just don't get ballistas. That's the way it goes every now and again. I'm going to keep bows going right here. We will start to put knights in on that side. So one of them is going to become a knight, which is pretty cool. You right there, welcome to the service. Knights can be a little bit of a pain because they will recruit a whole bunch of people that will no longer be hunters. They will actually now be official members of the military who follow him around. The upshot there is that you can use him to attack portals, and attacking portals can be good. You definitely want to attack portals every now and again just to get them out of the way, especially if you're going to be trying to build the boat. Make sure you've got the portals cleared on that side of the map, otherwise it's going to be a real short trip to oblivion. It's going to be ugly as you attack the Hellgates, so just be careful about it. It'll get you into a bit of a trouble there. I will more than likely, with the cash that I have on hand, as soon as I know that this wall is safe and no longer being hit by the enemy, I mean, our army is looking really good for where we're at in the game. So, plus points there. I don't know if we have enough coin for that. Yay! On our final coin, we managed to get that set up. So we've got a strong wall on this side. We've got siege weaponry. This wall, we should be able to ignore it from now on and just not look at it, and it should do okay. It's a shame that so many of our archers are being dedicated to a wall that's not generating any revenue, but I feel like we were fortunate on this map, and we've done pretty well so far. So I'm gonna try not to go out of my way to complain about a good thing here. These guys are farming on this side. We should have a few more farmers. They'll set up farms in between and back here as well, I think, and that should make us that buku money. We should start getting paid. We still have a number of people out here who are still farming and doing their thing, so that's good as long as they're still killing bunnies. I don't care what happens out here. This side, we're probably not going to push too much harder because I don't like it when all of my finances are linked exclusively to farming. That means that like every 2 days you're going to get a massive payday, but what happens if you spend all your money in between those days? It kind of leaves you in a broke situation, which I don't want to be in for the course of like periods of time that are scary to get around. Did somebody finish a farm over here? I don't know. Doesn't look like it. We still got people flowing in from the outer kingdoms, from the outer realms. Stop taking my coins, banker. Stop taking my coins. I don't need you right now. You are not the guy that I'm focused on. Getting that early game baker basically saved us a lot of trouble, like a ton of trouble. You guys go get paid and work your way on into the city. I want my defensive core to be amazing. We're going to be doing core workouts today, and that means getting more of these little top-knot rockin' archers on every single wall. The more of them we have, the better. The more of them we will have to assault walls and assault portals and stuff like that. And I'm really happy with our progress right now. That dude's trying to eat my bread. Stop that. And we have a farmer over here that's good to go just in time so that I can convert him over to a real member of society, a citizen, as it were. And now we should start to see the real money flow through. Like, this is where things are going to get hyped. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to get this boat all nice and set up just to say that I started. There it is. It's done. It's ready to roll. We can start stacking things onto the frame of that boat before too long. This knight right here, I think, has money for me. Why is he picking up cash? Please stop doing what you're doing. Oh, I think when he picks up too much cash, he attacks right. I think that's what happens. Because I think you can pay him or you can pay the banner or something like that. I don't recall. You guys don't have any money? This concerns me, young archers. Why don't you have any of the things that I want you to have in order to make me more wealthy? That's not good. That's not good at all. I sense a disturbance in my cash flow. I sense a disturbance in my balance sheet. I'm hoping this wall doesn't get in the way of him firing rocks. That might be a bad thing. And I'm just now thinking about it. That rock is technically at the point of release behind the wall. That might be me neutralizing my own catapult. If that ends up happening, what I'll do is we will, against my better judgment, build another wall out here. I don't want to, but I will. We'll build a wall over here. We'll try to clear as much forest on the next go as possible. The good news is we have enough money to make that like an equitable strategy. If we were a little bit less financially viable right now, it'd be a bad look. It wouldn't work out very well for us, so I need to watch this wall today and see if that cannon shot goes out unimpeded. So let's wait and have a look. Hopefully we get a few stragglers over here so that they have to fire a shot. Come on. No bad guys today? There's one. Oh, it worked. Well, that's good. Okay, so at least we know that catapult is functioning right now. They are getting an awful lot of damage off on that wall, though. But defenses are holding, so... Let's go back. I'm going to dump... If the catapult's working, I don't really need to push, but I can push. No, I don't want you... Well, I might want you later, but I don't really need you now, is the part that I'm looking at. I will push this wall out. Let's go ahead on the right-hand side. You guys got any money for me? That's okay. They'll have money for me in a day or two. So they're fixing that wall right there. And we actually sort of... Actually, never mind. I remember what happens. The knight is not consuming the coins in order to attack. He's consuming the coins so that he gets stronger. That's what it is. He gets more HP, if I remember right. Let's get some engineers out here. I don't know why it takes an engineer to chop down a tree, but in the case of this game, it do. So, we'll take from that what we have to. We got the map on this one, so we already went out and caught that. These dudes are going to push out into the forest. I'm going to give them another day or two of like happy hunting before I ruin their lives by building a wall, which will bulldoze all of this material over here for no equitable farmland, or for no... It has no value. Losing all of these bunny fields over here is basically turning this into a wasteland, which sucks, but you got to do what you got to do. I don't think I'm going to get any of the building done today. We may have to try to do it tomorrow. And there is the possibility that we'll catch a blood moon while they're trying to push. Yeah. Do I have time for this? Who cares? Let's go for it. Let's live dangerously. Actually, if I could push out to this wall, I'd feel better about it. But then again, this is going to be my hunting area, so I don't know. I just don't know. How much space does that give me outside of this wall where potential bunny farms can grow? I think I'm about to push it further. This is barely enough room for like one bunny farm. I'm going to watch his back on the way back into town just in case, because it's getting kind of towards the end of the day, and that seems to be when the little bad guys like to stop on in and be like, hey guys, what's going on? I want to beat you up and take your work tools because it's super expensive. And you're like, please don't do that. Please stop. You're upsetting me. You're making my heart hurts. Oh, you actually finished a farming job over here. Nice job, buddy. Anybody else got coins for me? Yeah. Give me that good harvest. That sexy harvest. That righteous stuff. All right, they ate all my bread over here. But that does mean that I have more of these guys sitting around. Let's get another knight on this side of the camp. Looks good to me. I will continue to push out bowmen. Like so. So we got 2 green knights on that side. But that actually, I think, depleted archers from this left-hand side, maybe. Concerning. Oh, well. We got our new recruit over there. Yeah, it's going to be a blood moon. I am super glad that I did not build that extended wall out there. Perfect. It might be worth it to put a knight's tower over here to get the extra knight or whatever, but I think I'll worry about that a little bit later. I'd much rather use towers on the right-hand side to get knights, because with 3 or 4 knights, we can attack a portal a little bit better. It'll make us more resilient. Yay? Nay? Are we only getting hit from the right-hand side on this blood moon? Well, then I am doubly glad that I didn't screw up and do something dumb over on the right-hand side. Dump some coins into the bakery to make sure that that's still attracting new people. I'll swing back through with you guys. I don't think anybody finished anything, but I'll go look. Yeah, it looks like this side was the one that took the brunt of the assault. They didn't do any damage to the wall, though, which I think is indicative of the fact that our defense is right where it needs to be for right now. All these bunny fields out here aren't even getting used. So let's push them forward. We're going to try and get that right there. Alternatively, we'll also chop down some more trees on this side. Hopefully, that'll keep us making money. And then I think what we'll consider doing is we'll rush the first portal pretty soon. We're really close to the first portal. If we get the catapult moved up, that should hold off the nasty wave that's going to happen after we wipe out the first portal. I think you get an automatic blood moon after you kill the first portal, so we'll have to watch for that. Yeah, that effectively killed all of our bunny fields right there, which sucks. It sucks so hard, and I hate it. Engineers, you coming over here? Oh, they're moving the catapult. Shit on me. Well, there's a couple coming from right there. I'm going to have to babysit this side. I don't have a choice. And that is where we will leave the episode. So my name is Splattercat. This is Kingdom New Lands. We are warming up so that we can try out the new Skull Island content DLC that just dropped, in case you were wondering about that. Looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. I heard it added some new stuff. I'm still trying to unlock things. I have still never seen any of the new mounts. Ever. I don't know how you get them, but I've never seen any of them. I've played this game a ton, and I've never gotten any of the new mounts. I should probably just look it up instead of trying to muscle my way through and pretend like I know what I'm doing. He's going to go out to there. We definitely want this to be better than a wood wall at some point. They're getting some bunnies over here, which is good. Everybody needs some bunny. Couple coins right there, and hopefully we'll get a second bunny field on this side. If we get a second bunny field, I think our future will be secured. I'll see y'all next time. If you wanted to support this video, all you got to do is like it. It helps out tremendously, and it helps increase the exposure of the channel so that, like, I get to keep doing this as a job. If you wanted to hang out with me live, you can do that at twitch.tv/SplatterCatGaming. And if you wanted to get the game for yourself, you can do that at the link down below that I will provide for you. All right? I will see you all later. Thank you for stopping on in. This is Kingdom New Lands. I do, everybody.